it.
I did get a lot of good compliments.
So you got some roles coming up? Did you give him our business card?
What business
We
card?
don't have one.
You don't have a business card?
No,
we need new ones.
Oh yeah, we
do need new ones actually. But
Just
no, we did get a lot of compliments on that. That was really dope. We did
Y'all want to recap it?
Her name is
Yeah.
Danielle Brooks.
Danielle Brooks. Shout outs to Brooks.
Shout out Brooks, Daniel Brooks.
Oscar too, right?
So yeah, we did Max had a film festival. We did a film festival. Films. First of all, I think that did light a little bit of a fire under me because I do want to get more like into that bag. No, but no clout at all. This is for the love of the game. But I will say though, like, so Max did the film festival. She picked out all of the films. Like, she got 100 submissions, and she picked whatever one she thought were the best. And she even ordered them she put them in an interesting order.
How much time she got on?
That's what I said. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
You got the same 24 hours, nigga.
So she put them in a specific order where they like played in a certain way. It was really dope. But I will say though, there's a lot, like, watching those shorts kind of made it dawn on me. Shorts can be difficult, which I mean, I knew that just from like the process, but like shorts can be difficult because you got to get a story across in a limited amount of time. So you don't have the time to like lay the context, and like a lot of shit has to be assumed. And one thing that made it, like, there was one film in there that made me like realize that, because of how well they did it. Which I don't know if you were here for that. It might have been before that.
I was about to say, did it play before?
It was before that, but it was one where it was like post-apocalyptic, and like they were living in the basement of, like, I'm guessing an abandoned building or something like that.
Fallout shit.
Yeah, it seemed like that because like it showed the guy come down, but like they were in the basement the whole time. There were drawings on there, like they were living down there, and there was someone banging on the, like, I get it's like, you know, in the, like, those old movies or like mystery movies or whatever, where there's like a cellar, and like it gave the impression that there was like a cellar, and like this guy's banging on the cellar door. He's like, open this door right now. I need food. I'm not going home to my family with no food. I swear to God. Like, he's just banging on the door. And like the couple is like, the couple are trying to reason with him. Like the wife is like, she's being silent. And she's just like, no. Like she's like, let's just give him the food. And the husband is like, no, like, we need this food. Like, this food is our life. He's like, I see you all the time. He's like reasoning with the guy. He's like, I see you all the time. Like, I'll help you. Like, I'll help you build a better shelter. I can help you. I just can't give you this food. And the guy's dead nigga's not trying to hear that shit. So they're going back and forth. And like the guy gets his knife out, the husband gets his knife out. The guy says, like, I got my hunting rifle with me, and I'll use it if I have to.
No scope them there.
Yeah, he did. So then at the end,
I gotta watch this shit.
At the end, the wife was like hugging him, and like she's like crying and shit, which, bro, phenomenal. Like, she did a phenomenal job.
She did better than me?
Yes, but so she did a phenomenal job. No, but like, honestly, no. When, like, I'm gonna find it so you can watch it, because she did it was called De-Evolution, and she did so good. Like, she was crying. It was so convincing, like really fucking good. And then she like stood up, and it looked like she was ready to like let the basement burn or whatever. Like, she let all their water out. And she lit the food on fire. And I think that the hatch for the door was being held together by a machete. And so like she had his blood on her face, and like she did all these preparations, and then she pulled the machete down, and then the guy was like, open this goddamn door. She pulled the machete down, and she was like, the door's open. And then it like cut. And I was like,
only 3 people in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, really too, because you can only hear the guy's voice. You never see him, and like it was so fucking good. But I was like, you guys, when I ran into them after, like, during the intermission. I was like, you did such a fucking good job, because like you can pull, the setting without them showing the setting. Like, what's happening. They never explicitly said it, but you got it. Like, it felt like The Last of Us or like The Walking Dead. Like, it felt like that. And I was
That
like,
do sound like a Walking Dead episode.
it has that kind of a vibe to it. And I was like, man, they did such a fucking good job. But that guy, the guy that was in there, which I'm gonna find it, I'm gonna show you. It tripped me the fuck out, bro. I couldn't wait to see that nigga, bro, because I was like, bro, I gotta tell him he did fucking amazing. So we walked out. I ran into that guy. He was standing outside, and we just was like, hey, and just kind of like embraced, like we like shook hands or whatever, like that, like as if we knew each other, which was super weird. And like he was like both complimenting, like, you did so good. No, you did so good. Like,
Talent speaks to talent.
It was awesome. That was awesome. But like there was a few like that in there. There was one called Scatterbrained. Scatterbrained was super dope. Like, a lot of them were.
How long were the films? Like under like 15?
They were like, yeah, probably like the shortest one was probably literally like a minute, and the longest
one
video?
snacks.
Yeah, the longest one was probably like 15 minutes.
Now, how many different kind of genres would you say were all the films, or did they all kind of fall under like a drama mystery type thing?
No, there was a lot that were funny. Okay. There was a lot there was one that was like one was like animated. Like it was very weird. I liked it.
I had one gripe about it.
What was it?
Well, let me get that. Are you gonna explain this? What it was?
I can just go into it real quick.
Yeah,
it's just basically like image stills that are kind of animated. So it's like an animated film, but not necessarily. So it's like somebody took a still and then was able to kind of add motion to it.
Okay.
And then so it was just someone telling a story through the stills. It's about a guy who picks up a hitchhiker and then takes him to this open field, stuff like that. And it was like the story was fine. It was the guy's voice. Like, clearly it was probably the voice of the person who like wrote the story, did the animations,
like
and all that. It was just
it was a normal voice.
Yeah, it was just like a normal kind of voice, but it wasn't one to like
narrate.
Yeah, it wasn't like it wasn't Mickey Rourke, you know?
Yeah.
Where's my bird?
Mickey Rourke is known for doing a lot of like voices for documentaries and shit like that for some odd reason.
That is really fucking random.
But yeah, but it's like
Sean
I was telling Persia when we were driving home from it, like when you write a novel, you're not the one who does the audio for it. The audio.
Yeah.
You hire someone to do the audiobook. It's that same way for me, where it's like this, like there's this scene where it's like crows and like, you should have stayed in the car is what they scream. But when he said it, I was like, ah. Like it was stayed in the car. Well, the way he says, you should have stayed in the car,
bro. No, bro,
he was going for that,
bro. No, bro. It was literally like, bro. Okay,
but I tried my best not to laugh because I didn't want to be disrespectful.
It wasn't funny, bro. I liked it. Some
the
people thought it was
concept behind
cringe,
it.
but like I liked it. The guy was like,
damn, I missed that shit.
He was like, he was doing the voice of the crow. He was like, at the end of it, he was like, you should have stayed in the car.
And like
that's kind of creative.
It fits as a crow, but it's like I don't know his voice.
I get what Nick is saying though, because like there's an art to even narration. Like
there's an art to storytelling.
There's an art to storytelling, and it's like, and it's more than just like reading the script. Like I just thought about this because actually I'm glad that we were talking about this because I wanted to bring this up. I don't know if this is real or not, but I saw a video where it said that J Balvin did like a voice in Solo Leveling.
Oh yeah, he was playing
Garlagan. Like, and I was like, and I listened to it, and I was like, it said fans are upset with his performance, and then I listened to it, and I was like, stop doing shit for clout. Like, stop giving like that's not even gonna translate in this space.
I have his
like nobody is gonna watch this because J Balvin did the episode. Like
exactly.
Who is J Balvin?
He's a Latin star. He's big over there. Big in the Latin space. But his performance was very like I'm not like I respect J Balvin, but like I feel like there is an art. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be limited in what you can do. Like, anybody can do. Like, if you want to voice act. But if you're gonna voice act.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like if you're gonna voice act, like, do it for real. Like, get training on it or like whatever.
Or be Seth Rogen.
Sebastian Stan.
Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen at least does characters where it makes sense for him, for his voice could
Like when he
fit.
plays Alan in Invincible.
And
Donkey
or
Kong.
Donkey
Yeah,
Kong
I'm talking
or
about
like
Donkey
whatever.
Kong.
But like
Yeah.
like the way that J Balvin did this character was almost like as if like a dad was reading a character in a storybook or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like not like
I gotta see it.
That's
again.
not with Sebastian Stan and the What Ifs.
Mm.
Like, if you guys ever seen those, it literally just he's just reading a script. Like,
That's what
he was in
I
a
don't
jail. And,
like that.
there's
Which-
a part where it was like, "We need you to go," and then instead of saying like he's just
Need
like,
you to go.
"No, we need to stay here," and it's
Yeah.
like, why'd you say it like that?
It just doesn't. It just I don't know. Like so I just there's an art to it. Like you can tell. Like even if you're gonna do voices, because I was thinking about that after the fact, and like one of my favorite books is The Alchemist, and in The Alchemist, Jeremy Irons is the one doing.
That's homie.
Jeremy Irons is the narrator for that,
Okay.
and he does do like the voices. He does the characters' voices in a different way, but like it's not. There's never a part where it's like cringy to me. You know, like
Takes you out of the
even
story.
even the part like he voices the wind and the sun and like all kinds of shit in that book towards the end, and it's like he's doing like a voice like ooh like but like it fits. So there is definitely an art to it. Like I would say. So I understand that, but I think it was probably one of the more creative ones.
It sound like he had like a vision, and I can't be mad at that. Like
No, he didn't.
the crow speaking and everything. But
You can only
I kind of want
improve
to
on
hear.
from that.
should have stayed in the car. That's exactly what it sounded
Like the crow from
Yeah.
Demon Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the art was it fit the story well because it wasn't like detailed. It was just like a circle for the head, like shading for the body, like so like it fit it all well. I liked it, but I feel like it was more so this man, like the person wrote a story and was like, well, I don't have the means to make a short film out of it, so let me just do some drawings that represent it.
I think
I liked it though.
The only thing about that too, though, is like when I was thinking about it. I mean, it's really maybe the idea just didn't cross his mind, or maybe he wanted to read it because, like, when you like, it's not. You can find somebody to narrate some shit.
Yeah,
you
no.
can use AI to change.
Well, that's
the
what I'm
voice.
saying. Like he probably didn't give it that any thought. He was like, oh, I'll just read it.
It was. I liked it though. I like there wasn't. So when you were talking about genres, like there was a bunch of different genres, and the way that they set it up, or the way that Max set it up, was like the two that were in the front were very funny, and they were like very like low budget, very not serious at all short films. Like they were like short films you would make like with your friend, like that kind of thing. But and then it progressed, it got more serious. There was the one at the end was like beautiful. Like it was like fucking like it had the strongest message. It was literally about like loving yourself and like making it like getting through like mental illness and like that kind of a thing. Like it was dope. But then there was one that was like it was called Phantom Pains.
Oh yeah,
That one was shot so interesting, and bro's hair was fleeky.
bro
boy.
was, but
that nigga's
lack
shit,
of lips.
That nigga don't leave white people alone. Bro, his shit was
That bitch
twirled up,
was-
boy. That shit could have. It was a 70s style haircut,
Yeah.
but it was
But
like
it was natural for him.
It was natural, but it was like a gay couple, and like they were. It was,
Days was in the film.
no.
Gay couple.
I said gay couple. But it was
Strike one.
and it was just about like basically it was about getting over like a breakup or like that kind of a thing. It was like a metaphor for that, and then, like there were so many good ones. Like there was
That
one
one's
about
good, I like.
Jesus. There was one about or about religious guilt, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
don't put Jesus.
Damn,
name
they
on
went
it.
into the bag in this shit.
bro, yeah,
Yeah.
there was.
Religious guilt.
It was awesome, and then that really gave me an
Yeah.
itch. So
there
I
was one
wanted.
about anxiety. I liked that one a lot.
Which one was that?
That was the called Drown.
Oh, Drowned,
Was it like
yeah.
claustrophobic?
No,
No.
the girl was a waitress, and like it starts off with her Peppy giving like food to the table.
Peppy
and-
the Frog? No.
No.
Oh, Peppy. She was like Preppy.
I swear to God,
Look.
you shouldn't have came.
Yeah.
But she drops the food off, and like she's trying to make small talk. Like it's a mom and a daughter sitting at the table, and the mom is like normal making small talk, while the daughter's clearly just an emotional piece of shit. And like the mom mentions the daughter's name. She's like, it's Rose, and then the main girl's like, oh, Rose is my middle name, like it's after my grandma. Then you find out later on that her grandma has only like a couple days to live. But the girl at the table is like, why the fuck do I care about your middle name? Like, put her down about it. And then she just got overwhelmed at work, and then it kept switching between her at work and then her walking into water and then drowning. And then somebody dragging her out of the water.
Yeah, there was so many dope ones. There was one, the scatterbrained one was dope.
Yeah, that one was sweet.
The scatterbrained was low key. That one was funny. Like it was dope. It had like a guy that was like a writer, and he was writing a character, and he was saying to his therapist that like someone is fucking with him, and he's saying that it's the character that he's writing. And there was like it was
Yo, this shit creative as fuck.
it was like
There's a horror
As he
movie.
should be.
There's a horror movie that's like
he
that.
said he said that this guy
Tubi movie
was like this guy that was writing, or like the guy was fucking with him. He took his checkbook, put it back where it was, and he's writing out the
We doing that
character
shit
as
at home.
stuff is happening. So he's like writing. He's like the stranger is not the stranger is sadistic. He likes to toy with his victims. He stalks them and messes with them, but he is not a murderer. And then he hears a knock at the door, and he goes to the door. There's a dead animal outside his door, and then he goes back. He's like, the stranger is an absolutely sadistic murderer.
So is he like, is the dude like schizophrenic?
No, well, so what happens is like he's writing, and then he looks up. It was fucking crazy. He looks up, and like the thing is in the corner, like that, and then he runs out, and then he runs back in and kills the stranger, because the whole time his therapist didn't think that what he was saying was real. He thought he was schizophrenic, and he thought none of this was happening, and he was like, if you want this to happen, you need proof. And then so he killed the stranger was real, he killed him, and now it's like he has proof, and he like kind of defeated like this thing that was like fucking with him, like kind of in his way. So there were so many good ones, bro. It really made me happy just to be around like so much creativity and like so many creative people. Y'all niggas should have came, bitch ass niggas.
Sorry,
Not Matt.
I was there.
Matt, I give you a pass because
Thank you.
I didn't realize till after the fact that you're not in that group chat. So Max like sent everything on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
In a
Yeah, I
group
was kind
chat.
of confused. I was wondering if you guys were even gonna go or
Yeah,
whatnot.
no,
And then I was like, oh, okay.
The way they were, like, I didn't know. Like, I thought that we were automatically going to be invited, but we had to get tickets. But then we didn't have to pay for the tickets, and then this dumb nigga bought a ticket
You paid and
and then
go.
didn't go.
Matt could have went instead.
Yeah.
Put your hand down.
Shit.
Put your hand down.
No excuses.
No
My bad,
questions. No, you should. Huh? You should have came though. That you would have enjoyed it. You would have been hyped.
man. It sound hype, man. Especially like just like you said, I like being around creative people too, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that shit is just that shit I like. If I would have seen that shit, I would have went home and started writing some shit.
Bro, literally. That's how I feel. And then for me too, it was like it reminded me of this book or something I read in a book. What number 2? What was number 1?
Alchemist.
All right.
we do a counter. We done it for 3 episodes.
It reminded me
Me
of
and Matt
something I
don't have
read in this
counters.